Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who do not know me, my name is Robert Jose Gonzalez. I am a 17-year-old political activist here based in California. My home city is Fontana. Um, just an FYI, you guys are seeing all these plants and stuff like that. This is just my grandma's little garden or whatever you want to call it. You may also hear some barking because of my dogs are back there in my backyard, so just ignore that. So for today, as you guys know, I am very involved in politics, and politics is my dream, but for one reason and one reason only. That dream is to work for the working families of America and people who are suffering in this pandemic. Um, this pandemic has showed us a lot of things about who our real leaders are and who they are not. Number one, they are not Donald Trump. For now, Donald Trump has been criticizing the WHO organization, who is it's a China-based organization, but they receive funds from the United States. And President Donald Trump has recently cut all those funds to the WHO organization, who provides vaccines, provides cures for Ebola, possibly the coronavirus, stuff like that. But if you cut funding in the middle of a damn pandemic, it's the worst thing that you can do. So for that, Donald Trump, you'll never see this, but I hope you do. You're an asshole. So for now, I have some questions that you guys have provided me on my Instagram. If you guys haven't followed my Instagram, it's @_Robert Gonzalez. This is not a script. These are just questions, okay? So I have 4 questions, and then at the end, I'm going to do like a brief summary and stuff that I'm going to be continuing to do on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. Alright, so to get started, I'm going to be answering 4 questions. At the end of those 4 questions, I will be providing a summary. But before I get into that, this YouTube channel is going to consist of political atmosphere, the next election, as a matter of fact, every election, sometimes debates. I already ordered 4 debates. Let's see if they respond. One of them is with the congressman. It's not a debate. It's going to be more of a Q&A. So let's just see. But before I get started with these questions, I'm going to be explaining what I've been doing during quarantine. So during quarantine, I've been focusing on school, which I'm about to finish next Thursday. College, I was supposed to enter college August 28th, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's probably unlikely because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but let's see what the future holds. So for the first question, it says, do you approve of Trump's work during the pandemic? Personally, I do not. There's much debate to go on about it, but I hope we can have that debate after we save lives, because right now lives are dying. The World Health Organization just released that 300,000 people globally have been killed by this pandemic. That is shocking. That is unprecedented. This is my first pandemic that I've lived through, and it's crazy knowing that I have to spend my senior year at home, not seeing friends, not attending prom, not gonna have a graduation. It's hurtful. So if you're a senior and you're watching this, I feel your pain, but we'll get through this together. So to answer the first question, I do not approve. The reason why I do not approve is because, first of all, the first reported case of COVID-19 was recorded in February of 2020. You could have done something there. If there's one case, yes, that one case can spread into millions of cases, which it already did, but Trump denied that. He said on Fox News, so if you want to go to Fox News and see that, I'll provide a link on my Instagram or so. He said, I take no responsibility. What are you going to do if a country only has one case? What you do, Mr. President, is you close down the country, you close our borders, which you didn't do that into March or April. Mid-March, you've done that, but that was too late. Mid-March, we already had thousands of cases, and you still failed. And then last month, you say inject Lysol into each other. Like, I have 2 little brothers. They do not need to be hearing injecting yourself with Lysol. Now you have all these memes going on saying inject yourself with Lysol. That's not the words of a leader. Obama would have never done that. As a matter of fact, Obama, he was the president during the Ebola pandemic, and we only had 1 case in the United States of America of Ebola. You know why? Because once he heard about the Ebola, he initiated all these policies. He closed the borders. He shut down the country for a little while. You guys didn't feel it because your parents were still working, but he managed to have you guys still working. Nobody was on unemployment. But until Trump came in, it all went to hell. It all went to hell. So what's going to happen now is whatever he decides, and I hope it's something that that saves lives, because he hasn't. Every life that was taken, every life that was taken from COVID-19 is on Trump's hand. And everybody's like, oh, you can't prevent a pandemic coming to the United States. Yeah, you can't prevent it. But what you can do is act. And Trump failed to act. The COVID-19 is not Trump's fault. He wants to blame China. Let's wait for the evidence. I will blame China, but there's no evidence. So let's just wait and see. But Trump, in the 2020 election, he will be seen as a president who failed to act correctly during the pandemic. And I hope you guys vote. I'm going to be 18 on June 26th, and I for sure am going to vote, but not for him. The next question I have is, what have you done to keep yourself safe? Sorry, I thought it was a bee. I'm allergic to bees, so. It says, what have you done to keep yourself safe? Personally, my mom's one of those maniacs who wants to keep their children safe, she's a germaphobe, so she's ordered like 7, 8 maybe, Lysol, little spray bottles or something from Walmart, and I'm just like, Mom, you gotta relax. But I know she's taking every precaution to keep myself and my brother safe, and herself as well. But some of you guys may know this, some of you guys may not, but I had severe pneumonia. It could have been life-threatening if I wouldn't have went to the hospital when I did. But for those of you guys that do not know pneumonia, it's a respiratory illness inside your lungs. So I was tested for COVID-19 twice. The first test was negative. The second one was negative. My doctor still wants to test me again, but I really don't want to. I'd rather have those tests for people who really have the symptoms of COVID-19. But yeah, so I had pneumonia. I have a little cough now. I'm trying not to cough, but things happen, and that's just life. So my third question is, who do you trust more, doctors or Trump? That's not a question at all. I think I am going to trust doctors. Doctors should always be trusted. There's bad doctors out there, yes, but for example, Dr. Fauci, who's the head task force of the COVID-19 White House task force thing. I don't know what they call it, but he's a trusted doctor. He's a trustworthy doctor. Trump criticizes him every single day on Twitter. It's hectic. Trump is one of those Republicans who are very far right conservative. They just don't know how to think. I really am shocked that he's still our president. It's just shocking to me. But doctors should be trusted. Doctors say that this coming winter is going to be the darkest winter we have ever had. And with the beaches opening, I think it's the worst decision to do. People are calling Governor Gavin Newsom a tyrant, but I think he's just a hero. I also hope that the HEROES Act that Trump has criticized passes this Friday. You guys will see this video, I think Friday or Saturday, but Trump, there's a new act that includes a stimulus package for working Americans. Doctors will get work hazards pay, something like that, and also Amazon workers, because they're working overtime, but they're still getting their $15 pay when they're working in a pandemic. So that should be criticized. For the last question, it says, who do you think will win the next election? I personally think that Biden will win the election. It's not going to be a landslide. He'll probably win by like 2 or 3 states, but he needs a lot of work. He doesn't forget things. He misinterprets things maybe, but I'd rather have him than Donald Trump, because Donald Trump has, again, failed to release his tax returns. Joe Biden already did that. Trump has dozens of sexual assault allegations and stuff like that. I will comment on the Me Too movement another video, but that's just not the topic right now. But I do think Biden will win the next election. So after answering those 4 questions, I'm going to give a brief summary to you guys watching, and yeah. So as you guys know, I am part of the class of 2020. It's hard. I want to cry right now too, but it's hard to witness 12 years of hard work going down the drain due to a dumb pandemic. It's hard to think about, we're not going to have a graduation, we're not going to have a prom. Many things are already canceled, if not postponed. We will never get those memories back. The only thing that we will remember is this pandemic, which sucks, but I think it's a life lesson for all of us to cherish the moments that you have with your family, that you have with your friends, that you have with each other. It's a really serious time in our lifetime, but we'll get through it, and I hope you guys are doing well, you guys are doing safe, you guys are taking care of your family members, of yourself, and please remember that even though it's difficult right now, we'll all get through this for the better. We'll come out stronger. We'll want our kids to go to prom. You know, even if you didn't want to go to prom, you probably wanted to see pictures of people at prom, or I don't know, something. Hear all the drama and all the stuff from prom, and but we'll get through it. Um, but for now, this is all for this video today. I hope you guys liked the video. The next video probably will be a debate, but I'm not sure who to debate yet, because I don't want to debate somebody who's later on gonna be mad and go on Instagram and start tagging me in all this crap. Um, but thank you guys for watching and supporting this new channel. It's an emotional time in our lifetime right now, but we'll get through it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.